So far, you may have been thinking, okay, great, we've been dicking around in Python for a little while, but I don't really think I've learned anything useful. Because all we've been doing is just putting some simple data into Python and manipulating it. I'm about to show you, though, how you can load in your own data, your own large amounts of data that you can do whatever you want with. This is probably one of the very important things that you're going to learn in this course, so heads up. So first things first, we're going to use something called CSV. And I'm just going to copy and paste the stuff from the course website right from assignment 1. Just unindent this here to format it properly. There we go. Oh, nope. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, save that. So what I'm doing here is I'm importing the CSV package. I'm creating something called reader. It's a csv.reader, and we're opening up a file called starbucks.csv, which if I do ls, we will see I have stored in the working directory. And I'm opening up in the read like setting. Here I'm creating an empty list of locations. And in this for loop here, I'm just basically saying for each like line in the reader, append to the locations the information from that line from the reader. Now CSV actually stands for comma separated value. And just like always, if you ever have any questions, you can just post it online. So I like this place, Ask Programming. So I'm going to actually ask a question like, what's up with CSV? And hopefully we can look back a little bit later and see if they're going to help us out. So let's submit this question, and we'll check back here a little later, see if we get anything helpful. So back to our script and thing here. If I run this code, I'm hoping it'll work. Let's see, 10.2. Okay, so it seemed to work. And if I look at locations, okay, it looks like we've got it. In fact, we've loaded all this data. They appear to be in tuples, which makes sense because we've put them in these like regular round brackets here. If I want to get a little fancy, I can make this the square brackets to make it not tuples anymore, but lists. Let's rerun that. See, now it's a list of lists. But here's something cool. I'm going to show you a little bit of a trick to save a lot of lines of code and really just save yourself a lot of time. I'm going to get rid of this thing right here, and I'm going to have just like this, and I'm going to say locations is equal to a list version of all this information. Basically what I'm saying is take all this data from the csv.reader and put it into one big list. You need to use the csv.reader to do this, however. And I'm going to run this code again, locations. Oh, and it works. We've got a lot of extra information in there, and that's because the Starbucks file has a lot of extra information. So if I were to say locations at location 0, we've got the lat long and some strings here explaining like where it is. But before, like if I go back and undo all the stuff, there we go. We're only getting the information from location 0 and 1. Okay, we don't have any answers yet for our question we've asked on Reddit, but we'll check back here a little later, and hopefully we'll see some good answers.